think all of us would admit that the times that we're living in and the world we're living in is perpetually changing. But as of late, I think all of us would take notice that it's changed rapidly for us. It makes me question, where are we? Where are we in the timeline that God has established? This is critically important for those of us as believers. I love the fact that the Bible is not silent to this reality. In fact, Jesus dedicates a lot of words to this specific topic. Where are we in the timeline? He tells us in Matthew chapter 24, he says, you can learn a lesson from the fig tree. When you see it beginning to bud and the limbs begin to produce bud and produce fruit, you know what season that you're in. In the same way, you and I need to be paying attention to certain things that are happening around us so that we might know what point of the timeline that we're in. Knowing that point in the timeline will help you understand what you need to be doing. The Bible's going to help us clarify that. Kendall and I are going to take on one of the most ambitious projects we've ever taken on for any online content. We are going to work to unpack God's timeline of where we are, when are we living, what's next. We're going to unpack the book of Revelation, and we're going to walk through God's timeline, and we're going to understand a lot about it. We're going to do the heavy lifting for you in a real practical way, a real applicable way. We're going to learn what God has to say about the times in which you and I live. I believe it will be one of the most important teachings, one of the most important aspects that you'll ever have the opportunity to receive in your life. So next Friday, we'll begin this ambitious project. We are going to start with an understanding of the book of Revelation. And we're going to try to figure out where we are right now. And we're going to be, I think, amazed at how many things that are happening right now in the world around us that God spoke of hundreds of years ago. And together, we're going to adventure through the pages of Scripture, and we're going to understand why wars are taking place, why ecological events are taking place, and why there's such unrest. It's getting us ready for something that's yet to come. God knew about it long ago, and He told us about it, and we need to be prepared for it. And this is going to be something that's going to be very, very important to you and relevant to you in your life, I promise you. So join us as we together walk through the books of through the pages rather of the book of Revelation. I think it's going to be an incredible study.